And welcome inside Washington Park Ice Arena alongside Ray Dickerson III. I'm Ian Paprocki here for the second game of the set between the Missouri Tigers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And Ray, last night an absolute thriller. The Cowboys won 8-7, a game-winning goal with just 15 seconds left from Jordan Carafile. And Oklahoma State took that first game. What are you looking for here this morning as these teams meet again?
Well, it's a dawn of a new day and a dawn of another Tigers game, and there's a lot to look forward to as we got Max Zagorski stepping in today, taking the spot of Carson Weber. Also, Joey Christophel back in the net less than 12 hours later. See how this works out for the Tigers.
Joey Christophel in net for the second straight day for the Tigers. Jason Thomas in between the pipes for the Cowboys as we are underway. Hemmer, Zitzman, Watson, Knapp, and Rudman. The starters for the Tigers: Moger, Cahill, Moran, Nelson, and Carafile. The five for the Cowboys to begin as Andrew Knapp's got it in the slot. He wrists one in and out of the glove of Thomas. A rebound shot by Rudman is stopped by the netbinder, and we've got a whistle 20 seconds in.
We mentioned Andrew Knapp early on. I don't think there was a more frustrated player last night than him. Captain was furious after that loss. The late-time heroics there by Carafile sent him into a blaze.
Tigers win the draw. Long shot floated in, bouncing puck, a tricky hop, a scramble in front of the net, and it finds its way behind the cage. Good first shift for the Tigers as this one is off the stick of Moran and in deep. Zitzman and Moran fight for it behind the net. This one is flipped out of play into the netting. And Ray, a big storyline here today for the Tigers is the defense. Already missing Bryce Uglo, who's injured. Carson Weber was ejected in that game last night. He got into a skirmish with Corbin Roach late. As the Tigers short on defense, they bring up Max Zagorski from the D3 team. So he's got an opportunity here to make a difference.
Zagorski, if you watch the D3 team, man, he's definitely got some grit to his game along with some skill. And I'd like to see if he can make his presence here on this D3 and D2's team and stay around.
And at the feet of Padala, kept in by Jones. Battle for it on the far boards, won by Knapp. Sends it off the boards, back deep into the OSU zone. O'Connell's got it. Tigers going for a line change. The DeGroat line comes out for Missouri. As the Cowboys enter the zone. Green drops it, Padala off the stick of Peterson, and in the netting, we've got another whistle.
You know, if I was Coach Locke Thompson today, I might switch some things up after last night. Maybe that forward core, maybe throw DeGroat with Knapp. I definitely think Knapp he'll be taking some extra shots today. Try to get out that anger from last night.
Green wins the faceoff for the Cowboys. Cross-ice pass found nobody. Peterson pressured by Green. Looking to center the puck. He's pinned against the boards. DeGroat muscles it to the near side, and Menz floats it out into the neutral zone. Knocked down neatly by Houston. He had 4 goals last night. He flips this in just wide of the net.
I don't think he had DeGroat with him there. He didn't see him.
DeGroat's got the puck now, drops it off for Peterson. He just kept it into the zone, flipped in for Carapella. He tries to work it out front. Rolled off his stick at the last second, still loose in the slot. And the Cowboys able to gain possession. Now Green gets his own chip, works into the slot, and that goes off the posts. Took a funny redirect out in front of Joey Christophel, but it stayed out to keep the game scoreless. Ossobroke flips it in. Here's Zagorski. First shift for him of the game. He's behind the net with Rustgard. Ossobroke and DeGroat in the battle as well. It's kicked free towards the Cowboys. Centering pass did not find the tape. Now it's taken by Ethan DeGroat. Tigers making a couple of changes, and long shot is wide of Christophel. Dewey nearly stole it away from Zagorski. The Tigers able to get possession in Krogan. Also it towards the middle of the ice. Bodnansky chasing Dewey, who rings it around boards towards King. Back into the Missouri zone now is Chin. Chin saucers it to some open ice. Bodnansky kicks to the stick. He sends it deep into the zone. It will not go for icing. Cowboys first to it. King being harassed. That's back out towards Krogan, knocked off of his stick. Krogan's got it again. Tried a centering pass. Bramstead was out in front, but it hit a leg before reaching number 89. Now Krogan's got it. His shot is stopped by the netbinder, and no rebound given by Jason Thomas.
I'd say good start here early on for the Tigers, keeping pucks to the outside and trying to find pucks in that slot. That's what they need to do here tonight, as they put 7 up last night, just 1 short.
Well, offense has not been an issue, Ray. 15 goals for Missouri over the last 2 games. Usually you expect to go 2-2 in that stretch, not 1-1, but it was a resilient effort from the Cowboys last night. Missouri had a 3-0 lead at the end of the first period. They led 5-2 at one point in the second period, but Oklahoma State able to mount the comeback in the third and steal the win away. Offensive zone draw for the Tigers, won by Nelson. High fluttering puck is gloved by Thomas, and he will hold on.
See, I think Coach Thompson, he expected this last night. He expected what happened last night. Not the loss necessarily, but this Oklahoma team being highly skilled.
So Oklahoma State team has had a great start to the season as Bramstead wrists one on net, blocked it away by Thomas. Now towards the corner, the Cowboys ring it around to the other side. Carafile trying to get it out. The Cowboys finally do get it out. Long stretch pass just out of the reach of Moran. And this is taken away by Zitzman. Nelson was lurking out in front of the net. The Mizzou D-man able to get it towards the blue line. Nelson keeps it in, though. Nelson cross ice. Moran's got it off of his stick at the last second. And Krogan the other way for the Tigers. Aiden Nelson out on the ice, making an impact on this shift for the Cowboys. He had 5 points last night, 2 goals and 3 assists. Nate Austin pokes us to the corner. Jones with it now for the Cowboys. Oklahoma State breaks out of their own end. Here's Carafile. The game-winning goal with 15 seconds last night for Carafile. It's on his tape again. That's off the outside of the net. Carafile 3 total points last night. Back out to O'Connell. Long wrister, pass save, Christoffel. Some traffic out in front of the net there.
This Oklahoma State team likes putting those shots on from the blue line. Look for that all night or all day.
Team that shoots the puck very often. Carafile's got it again. Now he'll go for a change. Long shift for Carafile. Forward line stays out there for the most part as that goes off of a leg, and it's taken away by Press. Tigers break out 2-on-2. Carapella and Press not able to generate anything there. It's stolen away by Oklahoma State. Here's Zion Green over the blue line and into the zone. Neat backhanded pass out in front. Point blank stopped by Christoffel on Cannon Green. And now a loose puck. Here comes Andrew Knapp the other way. Knapp to the forehand, trying to go 5-hole. And Thomas slammed the door. A couple of good looks on either side, but the game remains scoreless.
There's a good chance for both teams there. That behind-the-back pass by Green to Hasbrook.
Top line out for the Tigers. Knapp was in the area as Watson tried a centering pass. This is off the netting and out of play. Just over 14 minutes to go in this first period. Some good chances, and Ray, I've liked the pace to start this game. We saw it last night straight out of the gate. These two teams play a very fast style of hockey.
I'm surprised it's not more physical after what happened last night of 2 guys getting tossed, but tempers seem to be cooled so far this morning, but just wait till that third period comes.
Rudman's shot is knocked down. It's taken away by Sakrisvold. Deflects to Dewey, sticked away by Christoffel. Now here's Rudman, finds Watson with some space. Watson over the blue line into the zone. Fires, and it's just high above the crossbar. Rudman keeps it in. Watson some room down low. Centering pass looking for Andrew Knapp. It goes to Zagorski. His shot is batted away by Thomas. Watson keeps it in. Andrew Knapp kicks to the stick behind the net. A shove out in front of Rudman, and the puck is taken by the Cowboys. Oklahoma State a long shift. They'll go for a change, and this puck deflects way out of play for a whistle.
My big key star today here is Zagorski. I'd like to just see if he transforms his style, because usually he plays with Cam Axe and he's on that top power play for the D3 team. Today he's stepping in at probably a bottom line role here and see if he can transform his game into a more defensive style defender.
Offensive zone draw taken by the Cowboys originally. The Tigers, good work to force it back out of their zone. Talked about how Missouri's without Carson Weber from that fight that happened late in the game. The fight was with Corbin Roach, one of the top offensive threats for Oklahoma State. He is also out this morning. So both of them were disqualified. Here's a shot in the backhand by the Groat, turned away by Thomas. Loose puck, Chin takes it, looking for a lane, fires high and wide. It's a funny hop off the glass. The Groat deals it into the corner. Carapella's pressured. It's taken away. Centering pass for the Groat. Poked away at the last second. It was Houston trying to connect with the Groat. Good shift for the Tigers. Zagorski and Houston at the blue line, but it's taken away. Ansel able to get it into the neutral zone. Looked like we had a collision out near the circle. Cahill and the referee. Cahill heads off to the bench. The Cowboys break out. Here's O'Connell. O'Connell at the left circle, trying to centering pass, looking for Moran. He's got Nelson out in front, works to the side of the net. And it deflects back behind. Chin takes over for the Tigers. Works it back out, looking for Matty Menz. And now Krogan with the puck. His shot off a stick and off the glass. Nearing the halfway point here in the first period. No score between these teams. Taken away by Nelson behind, try to wrap around, and Christoffel gets to the side of the net quickly, and Bodnansky breaks out. It's delayed offside, and they'll actually rule no offside.
Mizzou State. Mizzou brought that one in technically.
Redirects towards the Missouri bench. Bodnansky gets around Moran, but it goes straight to Dewey. Both teams making some changes here. Dewey takes it for the Cowboys. This is an Oklahoma State team that loves to shoot the puck. There's a long shot there from Dewey. Oklahoma State outshot Missouri 47-28 last night. 47 shots on goal, 8 goals for the Cowboys. A shot by Padula, stopped by Christoffel, and he holds on with some traffic out in front. Some Cowboys waiting for the rebound, and there was none.
See, the offensive pressure has been there for both teams, but like you said, Ian, this Oklahoma State team just loves to shoot the puck. And honestly, it's not a bad strategy. Just put anything on that you can, especially today after Christoffel took 47 shots last night.
Longer shot is deflected, and now this just grazes the netting. And so another whistle stops play. Something that I noticed, Ray, the fact that this Oklahoma State team likes to shoot straight off of the faceoff.
They get those quick, snappy shots on there, try to catch Christoffel sleeping.
Right there, Cahill on cue. Straight off the draw, fires it wide.
He has a booming clapper. Cahill, we've seen a couple last night. Watch out for him.
Owen Walsh behind the net. Tigers trying to get it out. They're able to do so momentarily. Padula takes it back in. And with the move, gets it over the red line as Carapella works in. It's knocked off the puck by Cahill, but Prest is right there. Austin goes chasing in deep. Stolen away by Oklahoma State. Cross-ice pass, Padula looking for Green. Now it's Zion Green with the puck. His brother Cannon on the ice as well on the far side as Zion enters the zone. Moves it around the boards. Ostabrook has got it on the far side, kept it on a backhand. Walsh for Peterson. This is floated out of the zone. Tigers will go for a couple of changes. Top forward line out for Missouri now with App Rudman and Watson. It's a collision with Zagorski out in front of the Missouri bench. Results in Oklahoma State taking the puck. It rolls right in on net. Christoffel covers it up. And we get a whistle. 9:05 to go here in the first period.
Is there anybody that sticks out to you, Ian, on this Oklahoma State team that just has a shot similar to Cahill?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of guys with very strong shots on this team. I think Caden Nelson is one that you look at as being a guy that can really shoot the puck well. They're looking for a redirect there. What about you, Ray?
Let's see. I think you hit the guy I was thinking of, Nelson, their captain. He's got the C on his chest for a reason. That kid's got a wicked shot.
Chin in the near corner for the Tigers. Trying to get it out. It went off the boards, off of Rudman, and stayed in the zone. Rusgard chases it. Daniel Rusgard, one of a few players on this Oklahoma State roster from Norway.
It's a wild transformation. Norway to still.
Kasper Sakrisvold, also from Norway. As is Eric Moger. Is this one on net? They score! What a shot by Matty Menz to get the scoring started. 1-0 Missouri here in the first.
He put that one top shelf where nobody could find it. Menz back on that second line today. He's up there with DeGroat and Houston, who put in 4 last night. And man, what a shot. DeGroat has him another winger to give him the puck. That was a beautiful shot by Menz.
Cowboys looking to respond quickly. Missouri scored the first one last night as well. I mentioned they scored the first 3. But if we learned anything about the Cowboys in game 1 of the series, it's that they will not go down without a fight. This goes into the corner. Hemmer's got it. And a good stick by Christoffel. Trying to find Caden Nelson in front. Here come the Tigers again. It's Houston. His shot rolled off his stick at the last second. Zitzman pinches in. The D-man now working his way to the blue line. Menz, the goal scorer, keeps it in. DeGroat was looking for Houston, but it's just out of his reach. Caldwell to Dewey. Off the stick of Moran. Now a chase back into the Missouri zone. Hemmer's got it. Fluttering puck tried to be settled down by Nelson. But Vodnansky chases it back into the OSU zone. Missouri making some line changes. Here's Peterson. Aaron Hemmer with it in the far corner for the Tigers. Pass right on the tape of Bramstead. He sends it all the way down. Vodnansky chases O'Connell. Gives him a ride into the boards. The puck to the Cowboys. Bramstead strong on the forecheck. It's taken away by Green. Cannon finds Zion. He sends it in deep. Padula goes after Peterson. Peterson first to the puck. Pass for Cannon Green. On the backhand, nobody home in front except for Fred Bramstead. It's kept in by the Cowboys. Sent deep once more. Zion Green upended by Peterson. No call there. Cannon Green sends it to Jones, looking for a stick in front. Pala not able to redirect it on net. Kept in though. Good shift offensively for Oklahoma State. Centering pass from Zion Green to Cannon Green. Ricochets into the corner. Tigers finally able to work it out of their zone. They just need to get it in deep. This is knocked down by Jones, but Missouri able to get some line changes.
One thing I've noticed early on in the defensive zone, a bit of a change. Wingers are coming down low to help the defense out. When they do that, they can take away those wingers, and the defense can focus more on the center of the net.
Loose puck out in front. Sent in towards the goal. Steered away by Christoffel out of the corner. Moger for Rusgard. Rusgard shoved by Peterson. Battle for it there. Taken away by Press. Sakrisvold flips it in, and it's gloved down by Christoffel. All 3 Norwegians on the ice at a time there on that shift for the Cowboys, but Christoffel stands tall.
Do you think they change up the language when they're out there?
Now, that's a good question.
This is I know from a different perspective in other leagues, when English guys go to Sweden or Italy or other countries, they have that advantage of they might not know English or vice versa. So I wonder if there's a bit of a language barrier there for some of the line mates, but they get to use it to their advantage when they're all out there together.
Now Sakrisvold's got it, and a big hit laid by Chin out in the slot. Tigers take the puck away. Taken down on the play, Carapella. Stolen away by Oklahoma State. Chin, another hit right in front of the benches.
So yeah, Chin up into Sakrisvold, and then Sakrisvold got him back with a good back check there.
Physical shifts for Brendan Chin. Look out here. It hops off the stick and straight towards Carafile, but no harm for the Tigers as Christoffel covers. Under 5 minutes to go in this opening period. Tigers with the lead on the Maddie men's snipe. Tigers getting a lot of production from their freshmen here this season so far, which is always a positive sign. Men's in the freshman class. Baldwin, Missouri native. Lots of freshmen on this Oklahoma State team. Lots of new faces on this Oklahoma State team as Hemmer kicks it up to Knapp. Chance for the Tigers. Knapp in the right circle. Wires. Save made. Rebound wouldn't go. And the Tigers trying to put it home. Whistle blows. Stopping play. Good look there for Missouri. But Thomas able to keep it out.
And one guy that's really stood out to me so far early here in this contest is Aaron Hemmer. He's been a water bug out there flying around on this defensive side, and good carry through the neutral zone there once again.
Hemmer playing defense today for the Tigers. A guy that has mainly been a forward throughout his Tiger tenure. Plays both positions very well, though, as Moran's got the puck. Shoved by Hemmer. Carafile shot off the stick of Watson off the roof of the arena. So play stops once again.
Also, another new thing, I don't know, you guys might have caught it last weekend. Something I haven't noticed until now. Hemmer, Rudman, DeGroat all have C's now, along with the captain now, who just had the C at the beginning of the year.
Tigers win it off the draw. Yeah, we don't see the C's and the A's like you typically do. It's all C's for Missouri. Delayed offsides here. Tigers get back on sides.
I believe it was Minnesota University that did that. They did that the past couple years. They had like 5 captains and 3 assistant captains or some crazy deal up there. And we've seen, I think the first team that ever did something a little unique like that was Carolina. They did it with Falk and Slavin, I believe. They did, one of them was captain at home, one of them was captain on the road. It was kind of a weird, unique situation. But here, Mizzou's just going with 4 C's.
I've seen teams do that with alternate captains fairly often, but it's rare to see with the C's. DeGroat's got that puck. Tigers trying to set things up. Men's for DeGroat in the far corner. Out for Peterson at the point. Long shot, looking for a stick. That one is turned aside. Tigers trying to keep it in, and it just squeaks out of the zone. Peterson will regroup. Finds his partner Owen Walsh. Back to Peterson again. Good pass for Menz. Menz with some speed. Closed in on by Moger, and a behind-the-back pass for DeGroat. Was just off of his stick at the last second. Here comes Zion Green, trying to get around Walsh. Peterson comes in to help out, and Walsh takes it away. And he turns it over at the point. Moger keeps it in. Here's Cannon Green. Gets around one man, puts it out in front. Loose puck. Back to the point. Moger's got it. Over back towards the blue line. Long shot, Cahill. Save made. Rebound, Green, and it's smoked away at the last second. I believe that was the stick of Peterson on the chance. Oklahoma State still got the puck, and now it's out of the zone. 2 minutes to go in the opening frame. Ray, how impressive have you been with Joey Christoffel so far? I mean, it's a guy who played last night as Nelson puts a shot in. Cowboys threatening. Loose puck out in front. Christoffel, a save.
Say his name and he appears. There he goes.
That can't be an easy turnaround. Like a 9:30 p.m. game last night, 9:30 a.m. this morning. It's a big hit in front of the Missouri bench by Peterson, but the Cowboys have numbers. Nelson a shot, and he scores. Caden Nelson with the strike for the Cowboys. A beautiful shot. It's hard to tell if it was off the crossbar or in the net, but it's ruled a goal, and Nelson has tied this game. Third goal of the series for number 71 in black and orange.
So yeah, it was a good play there, but Peterson took the body and he knocked down Hasselbrook, and I don't know if that was a necessary hit or not. He upended him, almost knocked the bucket off, but then it led to an opportunistic chance there for Oklahoma State. Then there was some jawing after the play. I don't know if you've seen that, in number 2 in black and orange, Gibson Dewey, having some words with Blake Houston after the play. Nonetheless, 1-1.
We haven't seen a whole lot of that physicality, the jawing. Still waking up a little bit. It's early.
Oklahoma State goal scored by number 71, Caden Nelson, assisted by number 91, Corey Carafile, and number 19, Connor Waybold.
Carafile on the blue line. Long slap shot. It's blocked away by Chin. He's shaking up a little bit. Back with Carafile, who sends it to Jones at the point. Jones for Nelson tried a cross-ice pass, but went to Zagorski, and Bramstead banks it off the boards into the neutral zone. Poked by Krogan. Straight back towards O'Connell. He's chased by Vodnansky.
Good pinch there by Zagorski. Stepping up in the play once again.
And a strong first period for Zagorski. This one misses everybody. Cahill keeps it in on the backhand with 26 seconds to go in the period. Nelson hit. The Cowboys still with possession, though. Carafile. Back out for Cahill. Oh, and hit his own man. Now Tigers able to get it out. Austin went sprawling to the ice, and now this one finds it ending with 10.4 showing on the clock. It's been an impressive first period, though, for Max Zagorski. His first game up from D3.
He's just not doing too much. And I think that's what you expect out of Zagorski if you're Locke Thompson. You don't want him to do too much, but you need him to be in the game.
5 seconds to go. Here's Zion Green. Bad angle shot saved by Christoffel, and he holds on with 1.1 to go in the period. Offensive zone draw for the Cowboys. Now Ray, with time expiring, we need a quick shot. You think about pulling the goalie in this situation?
They could either do that or try to get the puck to Cahill. I think they might just go for a shot straight off the draw.
Zion Green on the draw, went for the shot, but it was blocked away by Austin, and the period comes to an end. 1-1 our score after the opening frame of play. These two teams continue to play tight hockey this weekend after a 1-goal win for the Cowboys last night. We're tied on goals from Matty Menz and Caden Nelson. Ray, your thoughts on the opening period?
Well, it's just 6 minutes past 10 for us, and the coffee's still brewing. The coffee's still brewing among these teams. I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit more physicality, especially after last night. There's a lot. I was reporting ringside, and what I seen was a lot of words thrown by both benches towards each other, especially after that game winner by Carafile last night. And I can see the physicality. It's getting there. There's more hits in this first period than last night's first period. But I'm surprised we haven't seen more.
We'll see if it wraps up at all in period number 2. We'll take a quick break here from Washington Park Ice Arena. 1-1 the score, heading to the first intermission. With Ray Dickerson the third on me and Pat Rocky. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the second period coming up in about 15 minutes or so from Jefferson City. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena for period number 2 of game number 2 this weekend between the Missouri Tigers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Ray Dickerson III and Ian Paprocki with you. And Ray, you were really impressed with the second line for Missouri. Expand on that a little bit.
Well, it's a little bit change compared to the past couple weeks, and especially last night. Matty Mins is on that second line now with Ethan DeGroat and Blake Houston. Obviously, last night, Blake Houston, what a night for that man, as he had 4 goals. And tonight they get the scoring going again, Mins. So we'll see how the second line takes off, because they've really impressed me so far. And I was talking early on, maybe throwing DeGroat with Knapp, but I don't see why you'd break up the second line right now.
Tigers win the opening draw of the period. Dangerous pass here. Stolen away. Centering pass missing. Moger puts one in. That's knocked down by the Tigers. Here's Moran. He lost the puck. Garofile trying to keep it in, and Knapp steals it away from Missouri. Surrounded by black jerseys, just gets it in deep. And we have a whistle stopping play. It looks like a penalty has been called on Oklahoma State. The signal is interference. And if so, this will be the first power play of the game.
Looks like Garofile will be going to the box. The hero of last night for Oklahoma State.
Well, here comes the Missouri power play. The Tigers with 3 power play tallies in last night's game. This unit has been on fire.
You can't be upset if you're Locke Thompson and the Tigers. See, the power play has been on fire. They just got to keep it going here today.
Missouri power play brought to you by Gumby's Pizzas. It's taken away by Cannon Green. He's chasing the puck. Watson gets back for Missouri. Knapp plays it ahead for Rudman. Finds some open ice. Unable to connect with Watson. Tigers will try to settle it down. Get things organized on this man advantage. 20 seconds gone by as Knapp's got it. A bad angle shot goes wide. Kept in there by Carapella for Watson. Touches it to Knapp, and now a pass missing Watson. And here's Zion Green. Green is shot, and a right pad save made by Christoffel. The Tigers coaching staff cannot be happy with the way this power play has started, as Press takes it in for the Tigers. Backhands it towards the corner for Rudman, but it's slipped out by the Cowboys. 1:08 to go on the power play.
Yeah, just some miscommunications almost looks like on that first power play unit. You're going to bring out the second power play unit. It has that second line out there.
Zitzman with it for Missouri. Tigers quick to get that second unit out there, as you mentioned, as Zitzman takes it in. Sends it towards Branstad. He leaves it for Houston, who deals it to Zitzman. Zitzman with some room, fakes a shot, slides it to DeGroat. DeGroat shot goes high and wide. Tigers finally getting set up. 30 seconds to go on the power play. DeGroat for Zitzman. Zitzman across Hemmer. Hemmer slips it in front, and the net is off its mooring. So the whistle blows, stopping play with 24 seconds to go on the power play. That was a great chance for Missouri, blown dead.
Unfortunately, the net came loose there. I think that might have been courtesy of the goalie, but it did look accidental. It wasn't like he pushed it off. But yeah, it was a beautiful opportunity there for the Tigers.
Missouri wins the draw. Zitzman for Hemmer. Back to Zitzman. Looking for DeGroat. That pass off the mark. Oklahoma State trying to get it out. It's kept in, though, by Missouri neatly. Here's Bramstedt working to the slot. He wires and sends it just high. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Houston for Zitzman. Garofile out of the box. Zitzman fakes a shot. Bramstedt and DeGroat in the corner. Both teams at full strength as Jones sends it back to the blue line. Houston for Bramstedt. Bramstedt on the backhand. Surrounded by a couple of Cowboys, and Oklahoma State takes the puck away. Second half of the power play better than the first half, but unsuccessful for Missouri as the Cowboys get set up. Here's Dewey in the neutral zone. A neat spin move around Vodnansky, but they lost the puck, and here comes Matty Menz. Menz looking for Vodnansky. It's off of his stick. Finds Menz again to the far corner. Tried to slide it back for Chin, but it's taken by Moran. Here comes Carafile. He's got Nelson on the other side. Slips it in front. Bouncing puck. Hacking and whacking is Nelson. Christoffel doesn't know where the puck is. And the whistle stops play.
That one got caught underneath his left pad there, and he had it. He just didn't know it.
It was somewhere in the paraphernalia. Good work by Christoffel. Talked a lot in the first period about how Christoffel is playing for the second straight night. I thought he had a strong game yesterday. Obviously, the score of 8-7 would tell you otherwise, but can't really blame him for the goals that Oklahoma State scored. He still made 39 saves in that game last night.
When your goalie makes almost 40 saves and you put up 7 goals, you think you'd get a win. Didn't happen last night, but I think Christoffel has it in him today. He looks strong on his skates tonight. He's moving good laterally. He's getting across the ice really well. And he's also been really poised. I haven't seen a lot of jittery movement early on.
There's a lot of missing assignments last night, really, on defense for the Tigers, because the offense was there, the goaltending was there, and now we've got a whistle and a shaken up Cowboy in the corner. I think we're going to have a penalty. It was Moran who's down.
If I had to take a guess, I'm going to say cross-checking or aborting. One of the two, but yeah, like you said, Luke Moran absolutely drilled into the boards there by Chin.
So Oklahoma State's going to get an opportunity on the power play. Talked about Missouri's strong power play in game 1. Oklahoma State had 2 tallies on the man advantage last night. It will be Chin who sits for 2 minutes here. Moran has made his way back to the OSU bench. And check that, not 2 minutes. This has been upgraded to a 5-minute major for what I believe is being called a hit to the head. Chin is headed off the ice, so he has been kicked out of the game.
So Brennan Chin headed to the locker room. He's been very physical tonight. And one thing Coach Thompson was talking to, I was talking to him last night or after the game, and he didn't mind the physicality. He just wanted his boys to stay out of the box, and that's not something you want to see, especially already down a couple defenders.
Miles McCabe will serve the penalty for Missouri, with Chin headed back to the locker room. Here's Nelson. He lets it rip, but it's knocked down by Andrew Knapp. He gets it all the way down the ice. Good work by number 14.
Good play by Knapp there. Get that puck deep into Oklahoma State. Good effort there. Even got his feet taken out from underneath him.
What an opportunity that Oklahoma State has to change the game right here. Zion Green sends it down low. Cannon Green out in front. Carafile's shot is deflected off into the glass. A 4-man battle results in the puck finding Watson. Able to power it to the neutral zone, and Oklahoma State will regroup with 4 minutes to go on the major penalty. Nelson circling around. Finds Zion Green. That shot out in front blocked, and it's cleared away by the Tigers all the way down the ice. Nicholas Zitzman with the play there for Missouri.
Those shots from the blue line still steady coming. Haven't been raised on the past couple of them. They'd like to see those get up and get some traffic in front of the net.
3:33 to go as this is dropped off. Shot in, right pad save, Christoffel. Zachariesvold with it in the corner, try a centering pass. Christoffel finds it and makes the save. He covers up with 3:21 to go on the power play.
Zitzman even lost a stick there. Rudman had to give his over on that defensive play, and somehow they still come away with a stopped puck there by Christoffel. He's been on it tonight.
Obviously still a lot of power time to go, but this is an encouraging start to the PK for Missouri. Penalty kill brought to you by Harpo's. They win it back to O'Connell. Sends it over for Dewey. Dewey looking for a lane. He fires, blockered away by Christoffel. That found its way all the way on net. Dewey able to find a lane, but Christoffel had eyes on it.
They've nearly killed a penalty. Now they got 3 more minutes to kill. I'm sure Coach Thompson's not very happy about the 5-minute. Also, Chin has been the most physical guy out there tonight. Losing him could be a big factor.
And it's another D-man that this Missouri team loses. Already without Uglo. The cross-ice pass. That wouldn't go on the shot from Moran. Zion Green. He looks for his options. Sends it over to Moran with some room. Right, a centering pass looking for Cannon Green's stick. Instead it finds Nelson. Back out at the point for Moran. Zion Green. 2:40 to go on the power play. He walks in. Finds Cannon. Back for Moran. Cannon Green at the circle. It's deflected by Rubin, but the Cowboys still have it. Shot deflected by Hemmer. Zion Green with 2:20 to go. Long pass. Nelson tried a one-timer. Wasn't in his wheelhouse. Moran. Try Nelson again. Bad save. Christoffel, and it's cleared away by the Tigers.
Once again, that lateral movement by Christoffel to come over and make the blocker or the pad save. Low shot there by Nelson. Once again, having a hard time getting the puck up as that's a turnover in the neutral zone.
And Nelson blew a tire, and the Tigers able to get it in deep. Under 2 minutes to go on the major penalty.
Vodnansky could have held on to that puck. He might have had a breakaway.
Zion Green gets around Vodnansky, trying to get around Zitzman. He'll play it back for Carafile. Nelson's got some room on the other side. Carafile was looking for him. Moran takes the loose puck. Nelson had to settle it down right at the blue line. And Moran once more. Long shift for this power play unit. Nelson, the Green brothers, and Carafile have been out there for a while. They'll finally go for some line changes. 1:15 to go on the power play. And it's poked away. Good work by Zitzman. He muscles it back out to the neutral zone. So 58 seconds to go on the power play. Ray, how huge would this be for Missouri to kill off a 5-minute major?
And if they can kill this off, then that's a lot of momentum going back the other way for these Tigers. Also, they've trusted some young guys with some big minutes here. Zagorski out there once again on that penalty kill. Possibly would have been Chin's spot, you'd think. But with Chin being out, Zagorski's minutes are going to climb up here.
Here come the Cowboys. O'Connell over the center line. Shoved away by Prest. Tigers trying frantically to get it out, and they force it into the neutral zone. O'Connell plays it for Dewey. Zakrisvold drops it back. Padula a long shot straight into the chest of Christoffel, and he holds on with 24 seconds to go on the power play.
Christoffel just looks relaxed in net tonight. Not doing too much, just enough, and he's making those good lateral saves. As we've seen a couple one-timers here on this power play. Luckily for the Tigers, it seems like they're having a little bit of trouble here early on of raising that puck. Just a couple times we've seen those low shots, and they ain't getting past Christoffel.
Carafile and Knapp on the draw. Won by the Cowboys. Moran with a shot that went off of a body. Ricochets towards the corner. Pass out in front is deflected away. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Cahill, Moger a one-timer. Bad save, Christoffel. Redirects to Watson. 5 seconds on the man advantage. They get it to the center line for Knapp, who plays it for Watson. Watson in, a shot saved by Thomas. But the Tigers are back to full strength. They kill off the 5-minute major. And now they've got the puck in the offensive zone. Knapp, Watson on the backhand. It's knocked down. A good shot blocked by Cahill. Knapp a turnaround shot. Almost found Rudman in the slot, but it's taken away by Oklahoma State. Walsh plays it ahead for Watson. Watson trying to work around Nelson. Cahill's got it. Moger with some space on the far side. Plays it ahead for Moran. Sikorsky
Houston just took a cross tech to the back of the head.
You saw it, Ray, and I think the referee saw it as well.
I think Cahill might be going to the box here, 21. I could be wrong, might be a different guy. But Houston, yeah, it is Cahill. He took a cross check to the back of the head. Everybody's seen it, but let's say the play was in a different, going in a different end there, but behind the play should be 2.
So the Tigers back to the Gumbies power play. That one power play in the game was earlier in this period. Got off to a slow start, but finished strong. Face-off won by the Cowboys. Clearance attempt is on top of the boards, and the whistle will blow. That puck is laying right on top of the red on its side. You don't see that very often.
Almost looked like it lodged in there, too, a bit. Like they kind of wasn't an easy knockoff there. They tried, and they just said, well, we'll just blow the whistle on that one.
So 5 seconds into the power play, they'll do the face-off once again. Houston's trying to win it back. A couple of players tangled up. Oklahoma State looking to clear. Zitzman keeps it in again. Here's Bramstead. Long shot in, goes wide to the right. And this time, the Cowboys able to get it out of the zone. 30 seconds into the power play, Christoffel will settle it down for Zitzman.
You know, Bramstead playing on this power play. He's been on the third line tonight, but he does have a wicked shot. If he could get the puck on a stick in the slot, could see a good shot from him.
Bramstead a couple of assists in last night's game. Emmer flips it in deep. He takes a hit from Dewey. Jones behind the net. Houston gets it down low. Dewey on the backhand trying to find Jones once again. This stick was lifted by DeGroat. DeGroat trying to work out in front. Goes to the far side. He finds his man Zitzman. A long pass for Bramstead, and the shot is turned away. Good work by Zitzman. I think he's played a very strong game today. Bramstead takes it ahead. Tigers had to be careful of too many men there. Able to make the change, but here's a shorthanded opportunity. Nelson's going to get in alone. Nelson to the backhand, to the forehand, and it's in. A short-handed goal from Caden Nelson. His second of the game, and it gives Oklahoma State a 2-1 lead.
I think that might have bounced off of Christoffel there and then off of someone else. I don't know if it went off the leg of Nelson or if it went off the leg of Knapp, but it definitely redirected after that initial save and went in the net. As we're getting a note here, 6 goals in 14 hours for Nelson. This guy's on another level right now.
So the Cowboys, their first lead of the game. Caden Nelson, what an addition he is to this Cowboys team. A guy that was previously with NCAA Division I Michigan State. Comes over to OSU and has made an early season impact. Tigers still with 7 seconds of power play time.
I'd love to know the reason for that change, because this guy definitely has the skill and the talent. He's put this Oklahoma State team on his back, and everybody could see it.
Long shot by Knapp to flex up high. Both teams back at full strength. It's cleared back into the neutral zone. And the offense for this Oklahoma State team has been relentless. They look to generate some more of it here. Shot on goal. A big save by Christoffel. He was ready for a quick shot. This is kept in by Dewey. He lets it fly. Save Christoffel. And it's taken away by Carapella. Cross-ice pass towards the Missouri bench for Watson. He's ridden off the puck by Padula. Finds Dewey with some space. And Oklahoma State 5-0 this season. They've scored 8 or more goals in 4 of the 5 games they've played so far. This offense has just been unbelievable. 46 total coming into tonight. They're coming off of a couple of big wins against rival Oklahoma before this series. Lots of goals for the Cowboys against the Sooners. We saw the 8 last night, and Missouri's been a little bit sharper defensively today, but it's Oklahoma State with the 2-1 lead as they ice the puck.
Kind of an odd play there by Dewey. He just like almost voluntarily took the icing there. He just tossed it down the length of the ice, and he just took his glove off. That was kind of an odd play. Like, he just like, give me the icing. I don't care. Get it out. We just need a second here. Talking about Nelson, once again, you know, there's good players, there's great players, and then there's elite players. And I think Nelson in this level is definitely an elite player.
He was on the draw there. Won by the Cowboys. 7 minutes to go in the middle period. Hogan trying to work it in. Dewey sent it back the other way for the Cowboys. Oklahoma State working in. Carafio is rushing the net. He's got the puck now. Spins back around to the other side. Deals it for Williams. Carafio trying to turnaround shot. Pressured by a couple of Tigers, and a group goes stumbling into the boards, fighting for the puck. It's poked away by Missouri. Vodnansky chasing with Dewey. Good burst of speed from number 17 in black and gold. With a loose stick behind the net as it's taken away by the Cowboys, and here comes Cannon Green. Green speeds towards the left circle, trying to work it in front. Christoffel stands tall, shuts down that opportunity, makes the save for a whistle.
Which would be a little bit of a line change there, too, is they have Krogan and Vodnansky now with Mins on that third line.
Not surprising to see the line shuffle a little bit. Mentioned 15 goals over the last 2 games for Missouri on offense, but the offensive attack has been rather quiet here this morning so far. Locke Thompson making some switches, trying to get something going, and that's offside. Menz was into the zone a little bit early, and so a whistle stops play with just under 6 to go.
Right in front of the bench, Vodnansky jabbering with Jones there in front of the board. Jones had a hold of his stick after the whistle there. I don't think Vodnansky really liked that, but you know, it's hockey. It's going to happen.
Face off won by the Tigers. Sigorski sends it off of somebody in the bench. So whistle stops play, and they will do a face-off once again. Ray Jason
I think
Thomas.
we might be getting a penalty here. High sticking.
Yeah.
Hasselbrook going to the box. Mark Kyle had some words with him last night after the game. Nothing to do with the game, but he called, or not Mark Kyle, rather it was Littkemeyer. He was the one that called that. The referee on the opposite end of the rink there is the one calling that penalty. So
do we have another penalty? I think we do. Zion Green is skating towards the box. I think he might have said something.
Littkemeyer does not put up with it. He is not. He's a tough referee. We've seen him out here past couple weeks.
So it looks like this will remain 5-on-4. Nelson is out onto the ice. So a 5-on-4, but it appears Zion Green has been handed a misconduct. So the Tigers a chance to draw even on the man advantage. This power play brought to you by Gumby's Pizza. Off the draw, Oklahoma State has it in the corner. Nelson tries to clear it down, but it's knocked away by the Tigers. Here's the Grote with the puck. He spins around. Offside pass finds Bramstead. Grote back for Zitzman. For DeGroat. He lets one go, but it's knocked down. He's got the puck again. Pressured by Nelson, and Nelson able to force the puck into the neutral zone. He's doing everything tonight, Ray. He's scored 2 goals. Now he's turning in some solid penalty killing.
Yeah, he's just putting this Oklahoma State team on his back. He does everything. He's an all-around player. Power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5. He's what you want in a top guy.
Here's DeGroat. Went to the backhand, but had it knocked off of his stick. Cannon Green chasing it. Tried to get it out. DeGroat knocks it down and keeps it in the zone. DeGroat at the blue line. Bramstead now with some space. He works his way forward. Drop pass almost eluded DeGroat, but he's able to keep it with 54 seconds of power play time. Bramstead for DeGroat. Slides it over to Zitzman. Zitzman for DeGroat again. He pinches in. Cross ice pass looking for Bramstead. Couldn't find his tape. Zitzman. Houston shoots wide to the right.
Just a different sound when it comes off his stick.
Here's Hemmer. Hemmer in behind.
Michigan?
Thought about it. Here's a shot. Loose puck in front, and it won't go. They're still poking away at it. Houston trying to get it to go. How did that not go in? Zitzman, DeGroat, block shot by Green. And this is backhanded out of the zone by Nelson.
Max O'Connell with the save of the game so far for Oklahoma State, keeping that puck out of the net.
The whistle has blown play dead. We might have had a penalty behind the play on Missouri. It appears
looks to be a roughing call.
DeGroat might be going. Nelson went down after that puck was cleared. Yeah, DeGroat's going to go for 2. 6 seconds left on the original penalty. And so they'll play 4-on-4 for 6. And then it'll be 8:54 of power play time for Oklahoma State. Some great chances for the Tigers on that power play, but they still have not been able to break through since the first period goal from Maddie Menz. And this will be icing. It was still 4-on-4 when that puck was cleared away.
A little bit of a early play there, kind of a wait 4 seconds and you could have iced the puck, but nonetheless. One guy you don't see out here so far is Nelson, but I wouldn't expect him to be on the bench for too long.
Cowboys on the power play now. The penalty kill from Missouri brought to you by Harpo's. Here's Cahill looking to find a lane. This puck is deflected wide. Zachariesvold with it. Missouri fighting to get the puck out. It's Carapella in the corner. Outnumbered though. Ottawa works it back out in front. Christoffel saw his shot all the way. Gives no rebound with 1:28 to go on the OSU power play. 3:26 to go in the second period.
Tigers are looking over at OSU, and they set big 7-1 step onto the ice of Nelson. He's going to power play or quarterback this power play with 1:20 left.
5 points for Nelson last night. 2 goals here this morning. It's all the way back deep in the OSU zone. Carafile takes it away, looking for Nelson. Bodnansky lost his stick, so he's chasing back. He's got no stick. Cowboys with it, centering pass, just out of the reach of the man in front of the net. Nelson drops it back off. Bodnansky's stick is in the other net at the moment. Here's Nelson. His shot is stopped out in front, and Bodnansky will get some help. This is cleared away by Krogan. Tigers able to get a change. Bodnansky heads off the ice. You can see that stick is literally inside the cage. It was knocked away.
Yeah, he was just forechecking it, got knocked away by a defender. Kind of accidental contact, but Oklahoma State doesn't mind.
Penalty killing's hard enough. It's even harder when you've only got 3 guys out there holding an actual stick. Not the case anymore. As a one-time attempt by Nelson. Blocker save, Christoffel. And another shot is stopped by Christoffel again. With just 9 seconds to go on the power play, Joey Christoffel able to slam the door again.
And Budnansky, I want to bring him up for a second just because he has been all around the ice tonight. Both sides, he's done really good 5-on-5 work, and that penalty kill, he's been a really big help. And it's unfortunate to see him go off early.
Zakriesvold with the draw for Oklahoma State. It's one away, though, by Preston, Missouri. Kept in, though. Jones at the blue line. 3 seconds to go in the man advantage. That shot ricochets wide. Team's back to full strength. O'Connell's got it. DeGroat out of the penalty box. O'Connell still with it. Zakriesvold had it. Tried a backhanded pass in front that was intercepted by Missouri. And here is Zitzman.
O'Connell's the only reason this game isn't 2-2 right now.
Made a nice stop out in front a couple of minutes ago. Here's Press. Bad angle shot. Pad save made by Jason Thomas. And Jason Thomas has played a strong game. We saw 2 goalies last night for Oklahoma State, but not Jason Thomas. It was Will Carney who got the start. He made 7 saves on 12 shots before being pulled. Then Max Levis took over. He calmed things down a little bit, made 14 saves on 16 shots. But now here today, it's Thomas with Levis backing up.
Yeah, Levis played one heck of a game last night after coming in halfway through and really took over the game really in some aspects for Oklahoma State. Calmed everything down and they got back to their game.
Roger behind the net. Brings it around to the neutral zone. Zagorski cross ice for Andrew Knapp. Knapp a long shot. Blockered away by Thomas. This will be offsides if Missouri touches it. Then has to get back into the neutral zone, and Oklahoma State a chance to regroup. Here's Nelson all over the ice for the Cowboys. Cahill tried to send it in front. Lane was closed by Missouri as we've reached 1 minute to go in the second period. One goal in this frame came from Caden Nelson, shorthanded. It's a much different game than last night. Cross-ice pass, Christoffel, big save. Tigers trying to get it out of the zone, and they do, and maybe an odd man rush here with Watson and Knapp. Watson slides it across. Knapp couldn't settle it down. It rolled on him at the last second. Now Thomas will cover it up.
So yeah, that puck was rolling the whole way there on Watson. He just tried to get it to Knapp and rolled on him as well. He couldn't slow it down. But late in this period, this ice is getting a little choppy.
Ray, I mentioned this is a different game than last night. I remember when it was 7-7 late in that game, I turned to you and I said, the game we call tomorrow, after all this, watch it be a low-scoring game. Well, hey, what do you know?
You were right.
Just how sports work sometimes. Long shot is turned away by Thomas. Tigers with 18 seconds here, trying to even the game before the break. Battle for it at the boards, taken away. Houston trying to go right out into the slot, but he was knocked down. Good defense by Oklahoma State. Here's 6 seconds left. Out in front, DeGroat turns around, a patch save by Thomas. That's a big one as time expires. Ethan DeGroat, the great look last minute. But Jason Thomas was up to the challenge, and the lead holds at 2-1 for Oklahoma State going into the second intermission.
I think the story of the game for both sides here has been Nelson in orange and black and a group effort by the Tigers, and it's just they haven't found a way to get the puck past Nelson, or Thomas rather, Jason Thomas. Just some unfortunate bounces, and the one time they do, Max O'Connell's there to stop it, makes a beautiful stick save. Ian, what do you think these Tigers need to do here in this, going into this third period? What would you like to see?
Well, I think they got to get more pucks on net. I do. I think that there have been a couple times where, I think they've tried to get a little bit too cute trying to pass a little bit too much. I think they need to start doing a little bit more of what they had going in that second period last night and just fire the pucks in on net. I think Thomas is playing a good game, and credit to Oklahoma State. They're very sound defensively right now. But if Missouri can start getting the puck deep and just getting it on the net, I think they can start to maybe find some more success on offense. But, like I said, credit to Oklahoma State. They played a strong game, and they're trying to sweep this weekend series.
So, yeah, this wouldn't be the first time the Tigers were swept this weekend, but hopefully they can tie this game up here and at least give us an exciting one here in this third period.
We will be back for the aforementioned third period. Oklahoma State 2, Missouri 1 as we head to the second intermission. Ray Nickerson, third, and Ian Paprocki with you with Owen Backer producing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the third period in about 12 minutes or so here on the Zoo Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena for the third period of play between the Missouri Tigers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Ray Dickerson the third and Ian Pat Brocky with you. Ray, this has been a fantastic weekend of hockey here in Texas City. I mean, a marathon last night, another great game. Tigers are trying to avoid things. What do they have to do in the third period to get things going, especially on the offensive side of it?
I think offensively, you need to get pucks up high, bodies in front, and just funnel pucks towards the net. That's all you have to do. To me, it's almost simplify the game. You don't have to look for every cross ice pass, but if you could just funnel pucks towards the net from some of your defensemen and get those big bodies in front. And a guy that comes to mind is Blake Houston. He's been using his body really well tonight. He's got a big frame. Set him in front of the net and try to tip a puck on.
Back underway here. Rudman turns it over to Carafile, but it gets out of the zone. Moger settles it down back in the OSU zone. Here's Carafile over the blue line. Goes in on by Peterson. Forced over to the corner. Works around behind the net. Peterson gets some help from Carapella. Big storyline has been Missouri short on defense as Watson takes it in. He was shut down by Moger, but keeps control of the puck. Backhands it in behind the net, looking for Andrew Knapp. He's in a battle with Cahill along the boards. Nelson there as well alongside Menz. Now Watson trying to poke it free. Knapp trying to kick it over in the direction of Watson, and the referees will blow this dead as they were unable to get the puck free from the corner.
One thing that's been a consistent this whole year, Ian, we've talked about it. We were talking about it last night, actually. That right side of the ice from the camera view, though, to our left, the puck just doesn't seem to move as much. It looks like we're getting two guys going to the box here. Nelson's headed off, and so is Menz.
Yeah, so they send a couple of guys off the ice, and it looks like 4-on-4 play, so it'll open up a little bit here.
But as I was saying, the puck on this, in the first 2-ish to 5 minutes, on that right side of the ice, when Mizzou is their offensive zone currently, it seems like the puck just doesn't slide as easily at the very beginning of the period. And I think we've seen it once again there. It was Watson. He tried to funnel that puck around the net, or around along the boards down to Knapp, and it just kind of slowed up and created that scrum on the boards.
Tigers have DeGroat, Watson, Zitzman, and Zagorski on the ice. When it's 4-on-4, you always want some speed. The Tigers have that out there right now. DeGroat works his way in. That one is stopped by Thomas. Might have been up high off the mask. The Cowboys take it away. Here's Padula working in on Zagorski. Loose puck finds DeGroat. Cross-ice saucer pass for Watson, but it was at his feet. Padula had it knocked off his stick, just out of the reach on the feed from Zitzman for DeGroat. So Dewey sends it back into his zone. Padula with the puck. Will be content with just getting it back out towards center ice. Here's Zitzman. Long shot to flex wide. Watson in the corner. Bodnansky is knocked over the boards for the Tigers. 1:05 to go in the 4-on-4. And here comes Shannon Green trying to get around Zitzman. Zitzman stole the puck away from him.
They put Zagorski now with Zitzman a couple times since Chen has left the game, and he seems to fit in well with Zitzman.
That's been the big storyline, is Missouri being short on defense. In case you're just joining us, Zagorski up from D3 after Carson Weber was ejected last night. They're already missing Bryce Uglow due to injury, and then Brennan Chin was ejected for contact to the head in the second period. Mizzou is held up well defensively, though, today. About 10 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Carafile was stood up there. Krogan on the backhand flips it back out. Houston chasing it. He'll be the first to the puck, so no icing. Back at 5-on-5 play. There's a hit laid on there by Jones. Here come the Cowboys the other way. Walsh with it for Missouri. Tigers trying to work forward. Press chasing Jones. He sent it all the way back towards the other blue line, out of the reach of Houston. But Houston's got the puck now. He sends it in deep and goes off for a line change. Sent in behind Christoffel. Dressgard first to it in the corner for the Cowboys. Walsh off the boards. Kept in neatly by Cahill. Used his skate to knock it down. Not crease hold. Back out in front of the net. Looked like it went off of a body in front. And then it's covered up there by Christoffel. And three of these teams met 4 times last season. Missouri took 3 of 4 meetings. The wins were pretty convincing. Tigers won 6-2 and 10-3 at home. Then won 7-4 on the road before the Cowboys took the final game of the series by a score of 5-4. But this is a revamped Oklahoma State team. Got a lot of new faces. And man, have they had a strong start to the season. And they've gotten the better of Missouri so far this weekend. Shot by Zitzman. It's deflected wide. Puck finds Zitzman once again. He'll attempt again, and Thomas, the pad save. Kept in, though, by Missouri. Rudman trying to settle it down. Put it out in front, looking for Miles McCabe. Couldn't connect, though, and this is chopped back towards the blue line. Kept in by Zitzman. Zitzman looking for a lane. Drops it for McCabe. To the corner for Rudman. Feeds it cross ice. Carapella. Zitzman with some space. Loads up and wires just wide to the left of the net. McCabe went back out in front. He found Gibson Dewey, who sent it to the blue line, but it's taken away by the Tigers. Then it's turned over. And Dewey at the red line will send it all the way in deep. Long shift there. Good offensive shift for the Tigers. The Cowboys, with some tired bodies, go for a change. Just a stolen note by Nelson out in front. Carafile stopped by Christoffel.
Yeah, Carapella with a dangerous giveaway behind his own net. Good thing Christoffel was locked in and loaded there and ready to go, and took a good shot by Carafile there, straight to the chest.
Well, Joey Christoffel has played a lot of hockey in between the pipes for Missouri this weekend. He has stood tall today.
We have 2 weeks of rest coming up. He's going to need it.
Absolutely. This is off the crossbar.
Nelson looked to the sky after that one.
Nelson was inches away from a hat trick. It stays a 1-goal game. He's nearly barred down. Zagorski punches it towards some space on the near side. And the backhand hit a leg. But DeGroat takes it away for Missouri. He sends it behind the net. Houston is trying to settle it down. The Cowboys take possession. Rolling puck back into Missouri zone. Walsh settles it down. Puts it off the boards. And now the Tigers looking for an odd man rush. It's Matty Menz. He ran into his own man, though. Houston and Menz were on the same side of the ice, and so nothing comes from that chance. Now Nelson trying to get behind the defense. He's first to it in the corner. Nice pass for Carafile. Bad angle shot. Save Christoffel. DeGroat off the boards, and he gets back into the neutral zone. O'Connell's there. Pressured by Houston. Now it's turned over. Here's Krogan. Krogan for Menz. He's ridden off the puck by O'Connell, but Krogan with it again in the corner. Krogan lost his footing. Tigers trying to keep possession. They've got it now. Carapella tried to slide it in front of the net, but the pass was taken away, and here comes Oklahoma State with just over 13 minutes to go in regulation. One got up high on Pottle. He's got the puck, though, and a deflected shot in on net is stopped by Christoffel. That's a good save. Now a backhanded attempt by Green is stopped. Dewey with another drive, and that one goes wide. Caldwell keeps it in. Sends it in for Cannon Green. Krogan and Peterson surrounding him right on the boards. Got another situation where the puck is pinned against the boards. This time it squeaks free. And now Krogan, with some ice in front of him, takes it to the red line. Good pass for Bramstead into the zone. Bramstead finds Vodnansky, and that pass was knocked down by Zion Green. Bramstead tried to slide it back out in front. It's covered by Thomas. Krogan was knocking on the door, but Thomas covers for the whistle.
Every time these Tigers get the puck in the offensive zone, they're doing a good job of holding on to the puck, but it's mostly on the outside. When they try to feed that puck to the middle, it's just those big bodies of the OSU players taking away sticks and bodies, and the puck just ends up right in front of the goalie, Thomas.
Tigers with it off the draw. Vodnansky's shot was knocked down. Wilger and Bramstead go to the corner. Krogan kept it. Now Vodnansky, a long shot, goes just wide. Peterson keeps it in, looking for a stick. It took a couple of redirects, but it ends up with the Cowboys. Kept in momentarily by Carapella, but here comes Oklahoma State. The Creasebold was driven into the boards by Krogan.
Carapella getting some more minutes now, late in the third, midway through the third.
Moger at the blue line. He's got it once more. Goes back out in front. He's looking for a man, and now it's the Creasebold's got it. Tried a centering pass. It's out of the reach of Rustgard, and the Tigers get it back to the neutral zone. Peterson chasing a loose puck. Able to pitchfork it in the direction of Zagorski. Bramstead gets around one man. Nice play to get it up for Prest. Prest working around O'Connell. Skating into the corner. Stolen away by Oklahoma State. A long pass is knocked down. Looking for Zion Green there was Nelson. Man, it feels like Nelson is just always on the ice.
I think the guy might play 30 minutes today. And that's after he put up 5 points last night.
The time on ice numbers would be fascinating. This is stolen away. Carapau trying to get all the way in front. Pad save, Christoffel. He keeps it a one-goal game, and the Tigers break out. 3-on-3 into the zone. It's Hemmer on the right side. Flips it in front. Save made Thomas. The rebound is corralled by the Cowboys. And Nelson across center ice into the offensive zone. A one-time attempt, and it's stopped by Christoffel. Off the stick of Zion Green. Tigers able to get it out. Prest has Knapp with them, but it's taken away. Nelson still on the ice, working towards the slot. Nelson fires, save made by Christoffel. Carafile trying to get it back out in front. Christoffel had the answer for the lethal shot of Nelson as Knapp enters the zone. He fires, tried to go blocker's side, but just missed. Under 10 minutes to go in regulation. Tigers looking for the game-tying goal. It took a
lost the blade.
Knapp did lose a blade. Good eye, Ray. He scurries back towards the bench. Tigers got the opening goal from Matty Menz to take a 1-0 lead. Missouri has scored first in both games this weekend. And a couple of Nelson goals put the Cowboys in front. Watson with some good speed. Tigers don't have numbers, though. They're looking for a change as he pokes that towards the net. Thomas was there and slipped back out into the neutral zone. Ansell backhands it. Knocked down by Carapella. Plays it ahead for Ethan DeGroat. DeGroat lets it go, and a save is made by Jason Thomas with 8:57 to go in regulation. Tigers doing a little bit of what we talked about, just trying to get the puck on net here in the third.
Yeah, they're just trying to put anything they can towards Thomas, but he's made some really good saves today. He's been all over the place. He hasn't had to do a whole bunch of work, though, and that's just given to the credit and the structure of this Oklahoma State defense.
DeGroat wins the draw. He's got the puck now. Got to put it behind the net. Cahill got tied up with Houston. This is gloved down by the Tigers. DeGroat poking for it near the blue line, but now it's taken away. Padula into the offensive zone. Able to get it into the corner. Plays it to Cannon Green on the near side. Green And against the boards by DeGroat. Ottawa squeaks it free for Zion Green. Tigers able to muscle in the neutral zone. Cowboys just send it in deep. Loose puck for Cannon. Green gets around a man, works to the slot, and he's knocked down with a hit by Zitzman.
Good
Tigers
play there.
take it away. Here's Blake Houston. Floating puck bounces right into the equipment of Thomas, who holds on.
Yeah, Zitzman there laying the body. No chin. No chin in this game. Somebody has to step up and lay that body, and looks like Zitzman. He also made a heck of a leap earlier, looking like Pete Crow Armstrong robbing a ball. Had to throw that one out there for you, Ian, as your Cubbies play here relatively soon. But
Ray, I greatly appreciate the PCA reference here on the broadcast. I do. Face off one to Caldwell. Moran will try to get it out. Bodnansky in the corner. Stolen away by the Cowboys, and Nelson back in the neutral zone. Had it roll off of his stick. Hogan looking for Bodnansky. Long shot, save, rebound. Bramstead Thomas with a big save on Bramstead.
there's a juicy rebound there for Bramstead. He just winded up and put it right into the belly of the beast there. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that one up in that top left corner on the blocker side, as Thomas ate that one up.
So juicy rebound there, and a quick shot off the faceoff, turned away by Thomas. Bramstead a turnaround shot. That one goes just wide. Walsh trying to get it in deep. He's knocked down by Moran, but he keeps the puck. Fires in on net, save the rebound, trying to be put home by Bramstead. It rolled off of his stick. Great shift for the Tigers. Fred Bramstead creating some offensive chances for Missouri. Now Nelson and Christoffel meet in the corner. Christoffel able to get it away from the two-time Oklahoma State goal scorer.
I'd love to see a line of Bramstead, Knapp, and DeGroat out there in these last 5 minutes. They've all played. It's two of your best forwards, and Bramstead's played one heck of a game so far.
We'll see if Locke Thompson's on the same page as you are, Ray. Zagorski, a long saucer pass, finds a stick of Prest. He's surrounded by black jerseys. Gets it to some space in front of the Tiger bench, and Hemmer sends it in deep. Jones behind the net for the Cowboys. Gets it up the boards, but Peterson keeps it there for Missouri. Back for Peterson. His shot hit a leg. Austin trying to keep it in. Peterson punches it towards the boards once again. They battle for it in the far corner. Just over 6 minutes to go. Looks like this third period with a 1-goal lead. Time starting to wind down. They love to just pin this in the corner, see if they can waste about 20, 30 seconds. They've won it off the battle, and now it's 3-on-3 into the zone.
20, 30 seconds doesn't seem like a lot in a 20-minute hockey game, but you're getting down here to the 5-minute mark. That's a lot of time.
If you're Oklahoma State, it might not feel like a ton of time with the lead, but if you're Missouri, it feels like forever. They're desperately trying to get some sort of offense. This puck found some netting, and so we stop play with 5:24 to go in regulation. Top forward line out for the Tigers here. Knapp, Watson, and Rudman. Zagorski and Zitzman on defense. Both Zagorski and Zitzman have been very strong in this game defensively for Missouri. Rudman trying to keep it in. Forced out to Padala. Zagorski pokes it away from him. He finds Rudman. Rudman on the backhand, trying to shot that's shouldered away by Thomas. They fight for it in the corner. Rudman first to the puck. Slings it back in the direction of the net. It finds its way to the neutral zone, and now Tigers will have to touch up here. Zion Green behind the cage. Oklahoma State breaks out. Connell trying to get around Watson, gets some help from Cannon Green. Green sends it cross ice towards Dewey. Wait ahead for Cannon Green. He's muscled off the puck by Matty Menz. And Knapp tried to poke it away and around Cahill. Tigers keep possession though. Christoffel for Zagorski. Zagorski is surrounded by 3 Cowboys. Now the Tigers able to get it towards the red line. Here comes Menz. He had it poked off his stick neatly by Dewey. And Dewey gets around a couple of guys, works into the offensive zone. His shot is off the stick of Zitzman and into the netting.
Yeah, I think Tigers would like to see that puck out a little quicker there next time by Zagorski. Just get the puck up faster and try to be a little snappier on these turnarounds, these giveaways here, and take advantage of the odd man rush potentially.
The Nelson line back out. Carafile in on the draw. You see Nelson lined up behind him, maybe looking for a quick shot. But that won't happen as Missouri wins the faceoff. Menz gets it in the neutral zone. DeGroat steals a puck. Sends it off for Peterson, and a whistle blows. And we've got a penalty. Looks like they're calling this on Houston. Some shouting coming from the Tigers bench, and it appears Missouri will be shorthanded here.
Neither side happy with Lukemeyer here. Earlier it was Oklahoma State barking at him. Now it's the coaches of the Tigers, along with the bench.
So the Cowboys with a late game power play. Only 3:52 in regulation. The Cowboys will look for an insurance tally. Carafile takes the draw, and they win the draw. It goes back to Nelson at the point. Nelson cross ice for Moran. Zion Green. Looking for the stick of Cannon. Brothers looking to connect here on this power play. Zion for Nelson. Nelson with a shot. Save made by Christoffel. Ricochets to the corner. Zitzman gets it back to the blue line. Kept in by Nelson. He walks in wires, but it's off the leg of DeGroat. Zitzman working it back out in front of the net. Perhaps dangerously. It's taken by Zion Green and Moran. Slides it back out in front. And the Tigers shut that down, and it's poked away by Zitzman out into the neutral zone. 1:08 to go on the power play. Nelson regroups. He has it stolen away, though, by Carapella. Got some help from his teammates in black and orange. Drops it back to Carafile. Nelson, a one-timer. Save, Christoffel. And he holds on with 54 seconds of power play time left, 2:45 in the game.
When Caden Nelson's out there for OSU, you can just tell. The guy just plays when he hustles, he plays at a different pace. And we've seen some times where he's just kind of taking a break and he's still just skating past guys like it's nothing. But here on this power play, it looks like he's going to play the full 2.
That's cleared away by Krogan all the way down the ice. 43 to go on the power play. Thomas leaves it for Zion Green. Missouri on the Harpo's penalty kill as Nelson takes it into the zone. Gets around one man. Zagorski closes in on him. Flings it to the other side for Carafile. Zion Green for Moran. He's got some room and he scores. Luke Moran with a wicked wrister that beats Christoffel, and it is 3-1.
Nothing Christoffel could really do there. Moran all alone on that right wing. All he had to do was just pick a spot, and he beat Christoffel underneath the blocker. Unfortunate for the Tigers, but still time. 2:11 left on the clock, down by 2. They need to get one early now.
Still some time for Missouri. That's a big goal, though, for the Cowboys. Walsh turns around, finds Menz. Now DeGroat with some speed. Taken away. Flip back into the neutral zone. Glove down by Menz. He took a big hit there. Houston cross ice for DeGroat. The shot was turned aside, taken away by the Cowboys. Houston trying to steal it back. Flipped in deep towards Christoffel. See the Tigers think about getting Joey Christoffel out of the net if they can get possession. 90 seconds to go, and this hit a body in the Missouri bench, and so a whistle blows play dead.
It's going to be a too many men call here. So it was going for a line change, but
You always got to be wary of that.
so I don't know if it really hit. It might have hit off of Rudman as he was kind of getting on the ice. Kind of an odd play there. It doesn't look like there's going to be a too many men. We'll keep playing 5-on-5 here with 1:27 left.
Missouri is about to call timeout here. Locke Thompson making the hand signal over on the bench. So the Tigers need to regroup here. Ray, what do you think Locke Thompson is saying to his guys over there on that bench right now?
I don't want to say it's utter disappointment, but you got to be a little upset with the late goal and even just taking a penalty late in that period. And kind of a weird play. They were arguing it. Houston goes to the box on a play that really he shouldn't have, in my opinion. I don't know about you, from what I've seen, but you got to just think. You got to get pucks to the net. Do anything you can. All defense. You got to be stepping up. 5-man forward here. That's what I would. That's what I would think. You got to move the puck up. Got to be quick. We got to get too quick. Also, got to be thinking Christoffel could be coming off the ice at any time.
Talked about how good the Missouri offense has been over these last couple of games. It's been shut down tonight. Jason Thomas with a fantastic night in goal so far for the Cowboys. Look for him to be tested again here in the final minutes. Nelson sends it in deep, takes a hit from Peterson. Christoffel drops it back. Now Zitzman brings it up for the Tigers with some speed. Nap into the offensive zone. There goes Christoffel. Shot goes wide. 1:10 to go. It comes all the way back around for Carafile. Open net for him with the backhand, and he scores. An empty net goal for Jordan Carafile, and that'll do it.
Just an unfortunate bounce there off of the shot by Knapp. Rings all the way around, comes out to the neutral zone, and Carafile was kind of hovering around the red line there. Beat the defender to it. That one should ice the game. That might just be the dagger.
1:03 to go on the clock. Couple of late goals for Oklahoma State, and they appear well positioned for a weekend sweep. Bowie off the draw, plays it for Zion Green. Missouri with it in the corner. Peterson back for Zitzman. Floats this back out to the neutral zone. It's taken away by Krogan. Krogan's shot deflected wide. Bouncing puck in the corner. Tigers trying to settle it down. DeGroat looking for a centering pass with 35 to go. Peterson for Zitzman. It's taken away by the Cowboys and back into the neutral zone. An 8-7 victory for Oklahoma State last night. Another opportunity. Green in the backhand, and he fires it wide. And the Cowboys will leave Jefferson City 6-0 on the season. Sent in deep one more time. Krogan is there, but time runs out. And the game comes to an end. Oklahoma State wins it by a final score of 4-1. A couple of late third period goals. Some great goaltending from Jason Thomas. And the Cowboys have the weekend sweep over the Tigers here at Washington Park Ice Arena.
Tigers had their opportunities. They really just missed some open chances. I think the real turn in this whole game was that Max O'Connell defensive stick stop right when the puck was rolling inside the crease. Headed towards the net, it just turned the whole game around and almost took the wind out of the sails of the Tigers. Ian, what did you see here for the second and third period really just felt flat?
Well, it felt flat, but that's exactly the way that Oklahoma State wanted it to feel. They wanted it to be that sort of game. They wanted, they didn't want a flashy period. They didn't want a lot of chances. They didn't want a lot of speed. They wanted it to be slow and, not very cute of a period. And that's exactly what happened. And credit to the Cowboys, man. They played some really, really good hockey this weekend. They're off to a great start this season. Remember, we saw this team in Jefferson City last year when the Tigers swept the Cowboys in this rink. This is a completely different Oklahoma State team.
Yeah, they're head and shoulders above last year's team, 100%. And that addition of Caden Nelson coming down from a D1 team in Michigan to a D2 Oklahoma State team where he almost just feels like he's a step above this type of play. He's on a different level, and he's almost just taking it easy at times. And it just shows how good he is. And he's absolutely carried this team so far this year.
Well, these teams will play again in November 7th and November 8th in Tulsa. And so Oklahoma State will be at home against the Tigers. And if this weekend was any preview, those should be a couple of very exciting games. Tigers will be disappointed with the sweep, but really they were right in it for both of these games. It was comeback fashion for Oklahoma State last night. Tonight, the eventual game winner was Caden Nelson, shorthanded in the second period. They're able to hold on behind much better goaltending tonight than they got last night. Ray, any final thoughts here before we say goodbye?
The Tigers have 2 weeks off. We'll be back on the 23rd and the 4th. I think this will be a needed 2 weeks as they can rest up, hopefully get Bryce Uglow back, and he could be a difference maker. He's been one of the best defensemen on this team all year. Also, just get healthy, get everyone back, have a different change of mind, maybe mix up some lines even. Just try something new for this team.
The Tigers goal coming from Matty Menz in the first period. Missouri took a 1-0 lead. Caden Nelson added a pair of tallies himself for a 2-1 lead. And then a pair of late goals. Luke Moran made it 3-1. Jordan Carafile with the empty netter. He had a strong weekend for the Cowboys as well. That'll do it from Washington Park Ice Arena. For my great partner, Ray Dickerson III, for our producer, Owen Backer, I'm Ian Paprocki saying goodbye. Thank you for joining us this weekend for Missouri Tigers hockey. One final time, the score, Oklahoma State 4, Missouri 1. We hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and thank you very much for tuning in here on the Missouri Tigers YouTube channel.